Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Slick. I'm bringing you a video today on my new Blue Yeti microphone. Got it for about 75 bucks, which is half off the normal price of $150. And the reason that relates to the video today is because I'm making a two-part series on should you become a commentator. The second part, I'm going to be talking about the equipment that you need, and not only the equipment that you need, because there's a trillion videos on YouTube telling you what you need, but my opinion on them and what you really need, what you really shouldn't use, that everyone says you should use, and stuff like that. I have a lot of really good insight. I've commentated on both platforms, I guess we'll call them. They're not platforms, Mac and PC. I've used Sony Vegas, I've used Final Cut, I've used every different type of controller. I've used Turtle Beaches, I've used Astros, I've used Tritons, I've used Mac and PC to commentate. I've used like 3 or 4 different monitors, a ton of different mics, including the Blue Yeti, the Logitech mic, a ton of mics, a ton of stuff in general. And I have a lot of insight to give you. I may not be the most experienced commentator, but like I said, I've used pretty much everything that there is to use on to commentate, and I can give you my opinions on them, an educated one also. But today, I'm just going to talk about the prequel to that. Should you even become a commentator? And there's a lot of reasons to my very firm belief, and I just first want to say I'm so glad that I'm a commentator in the situation that I am. And I love my subscribers, and I appreciate the time people take out of their day to watch me. But my short answer to this is no, you should not. And a year ago, if you were to ask me, maybe even 2, maybe even 6 months ago, I would have said yes, absolutely. But here's the problem. Everyone is becoming a commentator. Soon, everyone and their mama is going to be creating content. And what happens? Have you ever heard of the economic principle called supply and demand? I'm sure you have if you've ever been to school. Supply and demand actually applies to YouTube, believe it or not. It's the same exact thing. If you have, let's say that there are, for simple math, there is 100 people watching YouTube right now. There is 100 people. And let's make the ratio that there's 2 content creators. Okay, we have T. Martin and Woody. What happens if me and 10 of my PSN buddies get on, and we are all commentators now? Okay, well now there's like 15 commentators, maybe 12, I don't know. There's 12 commentators, okay? So now you got to divvy up the views amongst those 10. Now Woody and T. Martin, yeah, they're still going to get pretty much 90 out of the 100 people watching, but we are going to take the other 10. So now, not only is Woody suffering, but we're not really having much fun either. I mean, we're not getting any views. We're getting like 10 out of 100. That's not that much. So what's the point of that kind of metaphor, symbolic, whatever you want to call it? I don't even know what it's called. The point is that everyone's going to become a commentator, and people only watch YouTube for so long. People, I personally watch probably an hour's YouTube videos a day. Okay, so whatever videos pop up on my screen, I'm not going to come to the channel. The channel's going to come to me. If it's not in my sub box, unless it's, you know, X-Jaws or Wings of Redemption or Woody, I'm not going to find them. I'm not going to type in their channel name and go search up a video. You know, I'm not looking up tip videos or anything. I'm making them. So I don't really have any interest in searching. I just feed, you know. I receive. I'm a taker. And, you know, that's exactly what YouTube, you know, Woody, T. Martin, X-Jaws wants me to be, is a taker. But, you know, the viewer population isn't growing. And that's important to understand. The amount of people watching YouTube videos is probably growing by like 1% a year. Maybe a little bit more, but not much. But the amount of content creators is going through the roof. You want to know why? Because commentating is fun. It's cool. I love doing it, and commentators, I think they will say they also like doing it. But here's the problem. These YouTubers that are, you know, they're taking views. They're taking views from other people. And when I say taking, they're not taking, they're earning. But you see what I'm saying? You got to divide up the views evenly. It's hard to get views. And the reason I say no is because I don't want you to invest yourself. This costs so much money. I've probably spent about $2,500 just to bring you guys videos. And I'm completely serious. I've bought a $1,500 MacBook Pro just for that. I've bought this Blue Yeti microphone, this pop filter I'm talking into right now. Pop filter, not pot filter. You know, like the drug, pop filter. You know, I've bought so much equipment just for you guys to make YouTube videos, and that's because I love doing it. But it costs so much money, and most people quit in the first few months of commentating. It's so crazy. Even I did. I quit. Well, but mine's a different story because I had technical difficulties. I was on PC, which I will mention in my second part to this video series. And YouTube doesn't like small channels, not to mention. YouTube praises monopolies, essentially, which is, I know I'm going back to other economic principles, but, you know, monopoly, you know, a business pretty much owns all the market, and they're getting all the views, and which is what happens, because you're not going to see, I could make the best video on YouTube, the very best, the best tip video on YouTube, but it's not going to matter, because Woody's Gamertag Mail Monday is always going to be on the YouTube homepage, always. It's just going to happen. So, what's my point? And in summary, here's what I'm trying to say. I'm not telling you not to become a YouTube commentator. I'm just trying to let you know and understand the risk. You know what? When have you ever heard extras say, if you want to, you know, commentate for fun, you know, like a hobby, you can just get a Dazzle. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is BS. In an atmosphere as competitive as this one, you're going to need a high-quality HD PVR, high-quality professional, you know, professional editing software, microphones, etc., which I'll of course be covering in the second video part. If you are going to record your gameplay with an iPhone and you're going to commentate with an internal mic using Movie Maker, please do me and everyone else a favor and don't even bother. My name's Slickmoth, and we'll see you later.